Oh, yay! What's up, people? All right, here we go. What's up, everybody? How we doing? Another night of dynamite in the books. Fun stuff. Fun stuff, fun stuff. All right. Hope everyone had a good week. Favorite night of the week is Dynamite Week. So I'm excited. We're going to review today's episode. Go through some news of the week first. I guess I'll go for the low hanging fruit. Gunther. Why? He has one name. Walter. Bro, it's easy money. They chant his name like fucking Goldberg. He has the song, the whole nine. You don't have to change anything. Oh my God. Like, what is it? Why? Why is it so fucking important that they have to change every fucking thing about anybody? Anything that's good has to be changed. Why? Is it copyright? Do you just want to change it so you could own it? I don't get it, man. I just don't fucking get it. Like, who thinks this shit is good? You know what? The fact that he was fighting, The fact that he was fighting Roddy Strong should have been a hint to everybody that shit was going to go downhill. Because I haven't seen the match yet. I already know it's fucking awesome. And now I don't even know if I can watch the match yet, knowing that this motherfucker changes is now called Gunther. But it's like, I can't watch it. It's tainted. Unbelievable. He had, you know what's going to be cool? When he finally leaves this shithole of a company and he says, "My name is Walter," and the crowd goes fucking apeshit. Unbelievable. Dumb motherfuckers. Speaking of that, Saray is now like a Japanese schoolgirl. I don't get it, man. I don't fucking get it. The way that they book the Japanese women in that company is so fucking lame. Like, the whole Pirate of the Sky thing with Kairi Sane, lame. Asuka was the only one who had a decent one. She was like the first one, and it was like decent. And the funny thing is like, you know, Kairi Sane and like, what the heck is the name? I already forgot it already. Saray. They were around when Triple H was around too. So it's like, what the fuck was up with their gimmicks? Because the other one was like Empress of the Sun or some bullshit. I don't care. It sucked. Asuka was the only one that they had gold with, and they wasted her. Like, as soon as she got to the main roster. Like, who'd she end up, she had her streak broken against, finally, against Carmella? Was that it? Oh yeah, Kabuki Warriors. Lame shit. Dumb shit. I don't understand why they take everything that's good and make it dog shit. That's why I stopped fucking watching. I wouldn't know about this shit if I didn't like talk to people who still watch the product, or at least like follow people online who are like still watching it and react to it. I'm already done with the company. I'm done. All right. Like, their chance to wow me has come and gone. Like, NXT was the only thing I loved. Like, that was it. And it's just sad. Like, I didn't think how much more they could bastardize this product until fucking Gunther. Oh, Charlotte broke the streak? Of course she did. Of course she did. On to news that's, I don't know, better. This GCW card for, I think it's this Sunday or next Sunday. Yo, that card is fucking stacked, man. Like, not gonna lie, I've never ordered a GCW pay-per-view. I'm ordering that shit. Unbelievable. Hold on, let me find this card. Because I had it here. And now it's gone. Oh, come on. Unreal. All right. Well, I think the card was Homicide versus Moxley for the GCW title. That's gonna be pretty freaking awesome. I gotta find this card because this card is too good not to talk about. Matt Cardona versus Joey Janela. Ruby Soho versus Ali Catch. Blake Christian versus Jonathan Gresham for the ROH title. Bandito, Laredo Kid, and ASF versus Gringo Loco, Demonic Flamita, and Arez. They also got, like I said, what's his name? Moxley versus Homicide. I feel bad that I don't have all this shit on me over here. I think like Psycho Clown's showing up. Bunch of fucking people are showing up. But I'm telling you, man, like that card looks pretty solid. I might order that shit and watch it. And I'm telling you this right now, GCW. This is your chance. This is your chance now that I'm spending my hard-earned motherfucking money on this show and watching it live because I want to see it and experience it live. Like, this is your shot to fucking wow me. You got a pretty fucking awesome card. Like, do something. Do something that makes me want to watch week to week. Do something that gets me, like, involved, all right? Because, like, I don't just want to watch AEW and New Japan, like, forever. You know what I mean? Because, like, PWG, they make it hard as fuck to see anything. So, thanks a lot for that shit. Whatever. But, yeah, that card's going to be pretty dope. I definitely think I'm going to watch that. Cody Rhodes is a free agent. This shit is fucking great, all right? I mean, we're going to go into this more when I talk about, what happened on Dynamite. Cody Rhodes is a fucking man, all right? And I know people who fucking hate Cody. I'm talking to you, Steve. I've never seen a man hate another dude so hardcore in my entire life. But Cody Rhodes is like, I'm telling you, like, this free agent shit could be great. Like, this is it. This is him becoming this. Like, he's not going to become heel, or he's just going to be heel because people are making him heel. You know what I mean? Like, either which way, it's great. Like, if they want to build this up and build this up and build this up, and he becomes like a fucking monster heel, it's like he's gonna build this up, and then finally when he does the heel turn, it's gonna be fucking awesome. But I don't know, like I don't know who I talked to about this, but someone said that like him not having a contract could be his way out of not being able to challenge for the AEW title. Like, he could say like, that was the stipulation I had in that contract, and like he could sign a new contract and put funny and tell Tony, like, listen, like, this is TNT's title. Like, you really think they're going to keep you on TV if I'm just going to, like, take their title and walk? Like, this is it. Like, you want me, like, if you want me to re-sign, you want me to come back in this company and defend this belt, then this contract is going to null and void me not being able for the title. Like, oh, that would be awesome. Like, you could do shit like that. Like, if they did that, I would accept it. Some people may not. I would. If he never challenges for the title again, still fucking awesome. I don't care. All I know is that this run is great. We're gonna go over more about like his promo later that night. I'm gonna also talk I'm definitely gonna, I have to rant about this eventually. Some fucking dumb son of a bitch piece of shit who kept fucking screaming the entire show. The entire goddamn show. The only person who had the balls to tell him to shut the fuck up was Moxley, and I applaud him for that. But some piece of shit, man, just wouldn't shut up. Like, loud enough that I could fucking hear him in the crowd on television. That, I'm like, I get it, they don't want to throw anybody out because then it's going to be a thing like, oh, you're just going to throw out guys who are assholes and saying shit like that. But, like, someone should have beat the shit out of that motherfucker. Anywho. Now they're calling the Elimination Chamber the WrestleMania Chamber. I have some insider information. Yeah. Insider information. You ready? Okay. No matter what they call this thing, it's still gonna be fucking bullshit! Bullshit. Like, who cares? It's the fucking Elimination Chamber. It's useless now. You just have maybe one or two guys in there who you know are definitely going to be the ones to win because they're the ones who win week in, week out, every month, every year, scattered together with a bunch of guys who you 50-50 booking into the fucking dirt that mean absolutely fucking nothing. Who cares what they call it? Who cares where it's going to be? Here, Saudi Arabia, fucking useless. So to the people who are fucking who think this is a big deal, I'm gonna let you know right now. It doesn't mean anything because whatever the rules are for the Elimination Chamber, they're gonna figure out a way to bend them, or if they haven't already bent them, they're gonna break them, snap them, and crush them into a million pieces. There'll be I can't wait for the first DQ in an Elimination Chamber. Oh man, I can't wait for the first count out in an Elimination Chamber. All the ways that they could not give you a right finish, they're just saving it. They're just holding it in the motherfucking balls until they nut that shit all over your face. Unfucking believable. Unbelievable. I'm getting rid of all the shit that makes me pissed off now because Dynamite was fucking baller tonight. So we're going to take a bunch of steaming shits right now. I'm going to finish this off with fucking Roman Reigns' 500-day title reign. Who cares? He is the smart guy on the short bus. It doesn't mean anything. Like, everyone's so excited about his title reign. Like, bro, like, all he does is beat fucking losers. And when he doesn't, when he very rarely straight up beats them, whatever challengers are out there, the Usos just super kick them into the dirt. It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter. The fact that I feel like in the microcosm of WWE, I feel like Roman Reigns is a big deal. But like otherwise, he's the same guy. He's the same guy doing the same shit over and over. Now, he just says it with a little bit more edge and like he has less hope because Vince doesn't know how to book a normal white meat babyface. The words that are coming out of his mouth sound better because just Vince is better at booking assholes. All right, like it still doesn't matter. Like his reigns mean nothing because his challengers are nobodies. They're nobodies. The last worthwhile challenger that Reigns had was fucking Daniel Bryan, and they fucking wood stacked him on top of Edge and buried his ass into the dirt too at the end of WrestleMania. Who's Roman feuding with now? What, Seth Rollins? Like we haven't seen that shit before. Jesus Christ. Let me know this. Hold on. Now, mind you, I don't watch Raw. I just hear what I hear, and this is my opinion on it. But someone in the chat tell me, has someone said yet, death, taxes, and Rollins beats Reigns? I guarantee you they have. I guarantee you they have. You want to know why? Because they've done it already. They've done it already. They've done this already. Who cares? Rollins is more of a joke now than he was back then. Like, okay, when Rollins was going out there and, like, freaking having gauntlet matches and beating, like, Reigns, Cena, like, all these motherfuckers all in one night, just, like, I'm trying to remember, was that, like, I think, like, Monday Night Rollins might be, like, my favorite Rollins. You know, next to J&J Security Rollins, because that was when he took the belt from Roman and just went on that fucking tear, and Brock was chasing him all like, yeah. They have said it, haven't they? Death, taxes, and Rollins beats Reigns, right? That was a fucking Corey Graves line from way back when. I guarantee you they're fucking using it now. No, either Corey Graves said it quoting Seth Rollins or something. Either which way, that was said already. You know, like, okay, what about his feud with Owens? All Owens did was just get his ass beat every week and get punked by every single fucking person on the roster. Every single person on the roster just Owens getting punked by. And he just kept on getting title shots. Like, no one else could challenge for this title except for the guy who's gotten his ass beat week in and week out. This is why, like, his reign means nothing. He just beats a bunch of chumps. Like, there's a bunch of nobodies. And then if you're going to tell me, like, Edge is somebody, Edge is fucking 40-something years old. He shouldn't even have the fucking title. Like, why? And before people start talking about, oh, Jericho had the title. Jericho was the first hold of the AEW title because it's a smart booking to have someone noteworthy hold that title. Like, if Reigns is as noteworthy as you say, he's a big enough name to have that title already. Edge doesn't need a title. Edge needs to fucking go home. Beth Phoenix needs to go back behind commentary. She's getting better at it. Maurice, nobody fucking cares. Miz, nobody fucking cares. Unreal, dude. Unreal. This company fucking sucks, bro. On to a company that doesn't fucking suck, AEW. Jesus. Jon Moxley returns tonight, which is, I've been looking forward to him coming back for a while. They need Mox, man. They need Mox because Danielson needs something fucking to do. Danielson versus Moxley was the match that we were robbed of in that Eliminator tournament, and I still think that it's possible that Moxley, I don't know. I'm actually curious as to what would have happened if Moxley would have stuck around. If Moxley, because I know Moxley was going to turn, it was obvious that he was turning heel with fucking Eddie Kingston. And now they're just two ships passing in the night because, of course, Mox comes back and Kingston's he's injured with a broken orbital bone. So he's probably going to be gone for like 3 to 4 weeks. But, oh, man. I'm curious. I think maybe he would have lost to Danielson and that would have been the thing that puts him over as a heel. Like he just snaps and that was it. Or who knows? Or maybe, maybe Danielson wasn't supposed to be undefeated and have his reign beat by Hangman. That would have set a precedent because, like, Mox is like you go and you have, like, Moxley versus Danielson, like, and that would have been Danielson's, I don't know, maybe second, third, fourth match. Like, if Danielson lost to Mox, like, that would be fine. I don't need guys like Danielson and Punk to go undefeated. You know what I mean? If the losses are from people that it makes sense to lose from, cool. But I wouldn't. Mox is definitely on the short list of people that if he would have been, beat Danielson a couple of weeks out from his debut, I wouldn't have minded. Last time Mox appeared was back in October, in the Eliminator tournament. Then he on November 2nd he went and he announced that he was going into inpatient treatment for alcohol. It was pretty cool. He talked about how the scars on the inside are the most important. He has a whole bunch of scars on the outside. To the people who supported him, thank you. He doesn't run from his demons. He beats the shit out of him. It was an awesome fucking promo. Like this was the promo. This was the promo to cut. Like, as a returning Jon Moxley, this was the fucking promo to cut. No one else took his spotlight. No one interrupted him. He basically put out there, he's like, I'm back. I'm ready to whoop some ass. This is it. You know, he's going to be fighting this, this weekend, you know, for the title. So, like, yeah, he had to make his appearance. He shouldn't be making his first appearance back in wrestling in GCW. He should be making it on fucking Dynamite. So it was a smart move. He says, now the only thing he drinks is blood. That's actually pretty cool. If they make that a t-shirt, I wouldn't mind. Cheap pop. Wardlow and MJF were in the locker room. MJF calls out Punk for being a coward. Fucking MJF's the best. I love that motherfucker. He said he was gonna apologize to Wardlow. It's Wardlow's birthday, and he's sorry. But he put his hands on MJF, so he's gonna dock his pay. Oh man, that Wardlow face turn's gonna be awesome. I am very curious if Revolution is gonna be Wardlow versus MJF, and that'll lead to Punk versus MJF at like somewhere down the line, like Double or Nothing. Or maybe something happens next week, and no, next week is fucking is Bash at the Beach in Cleveland. I mean, that's Wardlow's hometown. I don't know. I'm really curious as to when they're gonna do something. When they're gonna pull the trigger on Wardlow. Like, something is gonna fucking happen. But like, Wardlow's gonna go face, and he is gonna fight MJF. And I do not expect him to win against MJF. Maybe he gets like the visual pinfall, like he did with Punk, but loses. I can see that happening. It would be smart booking for Wardlow to freaking like block the diamond ring punch, but like maybe not block the low blow. I think it would be pretty cool for like Wardlow to kind of know MJF better than anybody, because he was the closest to he was with MJF since the beginning. You know what I mean? Like, since he cut away from Cody. So like, I don't know, there's a lot of really fucking cool things that they could do with the Wardlow face turn. They really could like close their eyes and pick one, and it would be pretty awesome. So I'm excited for that shit. And he basically said he believes in Sean Spears beating Punk tonight. That was actually a pretty funny match. Mixed tag match to start off the night. Adam Cole, Britt Baker, DMD defeat Orange Cassidy versus Chris Statlander. And I thought it was great because like they were all good wrestlers. So like, and like, obviously they were going to get the time and the freedom to book the match in an awesome way, and it didn't disappoint. You know, at the end of the match, both Cole and Baker pull out a table, put it to the outside. Baker's on the apron. You know, Cassidy goes for the orange punch, misses Cole, basically breaks his fucking his momentum against the ropes, knocks Britt over. She falls into the table, done. Adam Cole bugs out, hits him in the dick. Bare knee, boom shot right across the back of the head, Dunsky. Basically leading to a promo later that night challenging Orange Cassidy to a lights out match next week. That's going to be fucking awesome. Could that be the moment we get Johnny fucking Wrestling in All Elite Wrestling? God, I hope so. Woo! Oh my God. Please, 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 God. Let next week be the debut of Johnny fucking Gargano. Please, God. Please, please, God. Now, I think that the title match for Paige at Revolution should be Paige versus Adam Cole. I mean, Adam Cole is the number one contender. He's fucking undefeated. He's more than likely going to beat Orange Cassidy. I do not think Orange Cassidy is going to be the guy to break the streak of Adam Cole. I think that should go to the AEW champion. No, I don't think it's Adam Cole's time to win the title yet. It's getting real tricky to fantasy book AEW in the future because there's a lot of different ways you could go and a lot of different booking decisions that splinter out from just one decision, like always. Like it's like I tell people this. If you're going to book a champion, fine. But like you can't book a champion unless you could tell me the next two champions after that. Honestly, you can't, because if you don't, you're WWE, and you book a champion, you're like, well, we hadn't beat everybody. You know, like, what the fuck do you do after that point when you steamroll an entire division? Like, you gotta book things smart. You gotta set the right people up to build up momentum, the right grudge matches, people's strengths, playing off other people's strengths, and or covering up people's weaknesses. There's, like, you can't just be like, this is the next title change, like, that's it. Like, me, I still think that the next 4 champions are going to be the 4 pillars. I think it's going to start with MJF. I think it's going to lead to Darby Allin finally winning the title, because he's got to be the guy to beat MJF after all this shit, and after their match at All Out. Darby Allin's the guy. After Darby Allin, I think it's going to be a heel Sammy Guevara, because I think, like, out of the rest of them, and I've said this before, I think Sammy Guevara is the one who could make the transition from face to heel easier. I don't think Jungle Boy is heel material at all. At least he's barely babyface material. And then Jungle Boy taking it off of a heel Sammy Guevara. Now, the only thing that could change is a couple of things. Momentum, obviously. Injuries. And that there's a lot of people who I would not mind having the title who aren't one of the 4 pillars, who aren't young talent. Danielson holding the title is not a bad thing. Punk holding the title is not a bad thing. Cody holding the title is not a bad thing, because that would mean he's mega fucking heel. Like, a lot, there's a lot of people that you could have the title until now. But I feel like the fact that Hangman, it was such a long-term storyline. He beats Danielson he beats Omega to win the title. He beats Danielson to keep the title. You gotta set up, like, a monster heel to go after this guy. And it's gonna be MJF. And I feel like I think the feather in MJF's cap is gonna be CM Punk. And, because I think the feather in Hangman's cap is gonna be Bryan Danielson. They each would have beat 2 of the biggest and best stars in the company. And then they go at it. So you could tell right now, like, they're padding the Hangman's record right now. He's going to fight guys like Lance Archer. He'll probably fight a guy like Moxley. That'll be great. He's going to beat notable guys, but he's not going to beat anyone too, like, no one, as you could see, they're not really building up anyone's momentum really in the singles division, except for 2 guys, MJF, Adam Cole. So we'll see. Adam Cole doesn't need a singles title. Adam Cole's the fucking man. Adam Cole you could put in a tag team or give him a trios title. Honestly. And those trios titles, mark my goddamn words, they're fucking coming. So that was the Orange Cassidy, Statlander, Cole Baker match. Awesome match by all. Really good chain wrestling at the end between Baker and Statlander. Like, they're awesome in the ring. Like, their match at Revolution was fucking great. I mean, not at Revolution. At All Out. That match was awesome. Like, I like Chris Statlander. I just feel like character-wise, not quite there yet. She's almost fucking there. She's just missing a little bit of something. I don't know if it's just a little bit more confidence in the delivery of her lines. Maybe, finding something behind the words that she's saying, some kind of emotion, like something that makes it believable. Because I feel like she's just going through the motions and reciting, like, generic, like, lines when it comes to people. And, she's working with Red Velvet and, like, Layla Hirsch, and, like, they're not the greatest talkers either, but, like, you got to get them something sometime. Let them do this now. Let them watch the tapes. Let them figure out, maybe this sounds a little bit wooden. Maybe this sounds a little bit rehearsed, blah, blah, blah. Maybe I just need to be a little bit more aggressive here. Like, that's how you're going to learn. There's no developmental people. That's how they're going to learn. I mean, to be honest, also, they should be cutting more promos in Dark and Elevation, but whatever. One's in front of the crowd. One's in the studio. All that kind of stuff. But that Cole versus Orange Cassidy match next week, a no DQ lights out match, that match is going to be fucking awesome. He's going to kill him. MJF joins commentary for the Punk Spears match. Punk hits the GTS and wins in like 2 seconds. Awesome. Yeah, good. I don't want to deal with these fucking labors anymore. Good. Someone out there is fucking listening. We don't want to go through the labors of Jericho and the trials of Cody and the parables of Punk. I don't want to do this shit anymore. Let's go. Like, the only thing that's going to space this shit out now is having Wardlow and MJF make that the thing. And you could talk, and there are certain people out there that say that, like, that seems like the bigger build now than it is for Punk. Like, there are 2 builds going on right now. Wardlow and MJF and Punk and MJF. Because they are making a point to have that shit weekly. Every single time MJF's involved, like, he's doing little digs at Wardlow. Wardlow keeps on having these matches on Dark, on Elevation, on Dynamite, on Rampage, and fucking the Accountability Buddies the whole time. That's building up too. I'm do the Wardlow one first, because like after MJF fights Punk, like it's good. There's gonna be a come down moment. You know what I mean? Where like there's really not gonna be a lot of legit contenders for MJF, like unless they really until the build for Darby Allin, in my opinion. I'm telling you, yeah, they should pull the trigger on the Wardlow MJF feud. Make that another notch in MJF's cap. Have him beat. Because you know what that means? Then what's going to happen is he should beat Hangman clean. I mean, like, Omega won the title dirty because, you know, like, he hit Moxley with the mic. Like, I wouldn't mind seeing a heel champ win clean. Like, the only heel champ that's won clean, I think, was Jericho. But I mean, like, Jesus, that match it feels like a lifetime ago. It was before COVID. What was I saying? Yeah, like I feel like MJF is a good enough wrestler. Like if he's gonna beat like CM Punk, like have him beat Hangman clean. Why not? And then after that, like he's gonna just beat like you're gonna see guys like probably like Jay Lethal challenge for the title. You're gonna see guys like John Silver challenge, you know, like ridiculous shit. Like, and MJF's gonna steamroll them all, and he's gonna go on, and then you know, like every once in a while, he's gonna have like a legit like white meat babyface like come along and like really build up momentum. Like, I don't really have, you know, like I said, there's been enough good faith built up with me and the booking with AEW where like if there are things that I'm not quite sure about, I let it, you know, let it roll. See what happens. So, but he took the Punk took the scarf, so I wonder if that's gonna be a thing too. Billy Gunn talks to Christian Cage about having the Gunn Club challenge for the titles, their top 5. This again, the tag team I feel like is in like a transitionary period. Like they're gonna build up Jurassic Express as the champs. They're gonna beat everybody. They'll probably beat the Acclaimed. They're gonna beat, you know, like they're gonna beat the Ass Boys. You know, they're gonna beat tag teams. You know what I mean? But I think the tag team that's gonna take it is fucking the Kings of the Black Throne, because they looked dominant tonight. They steamrolled the Varsity Blondes. Steamrolled them. Thought it was great. Anywho, Christian kind of, you know, gives them a line saying that they can't win the big one. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. And the Ass Boys jump Christian, toss him around. And that's pretty much, I guess, going to set up the tag team title match between the Gun Club and Jurassic Express. Cody Rhodes returns. This was awesome. Some piece of shit was like, I mean, it had to be my buddy Steve. It had to be. Because, like, I have never seen, like, this person wouldn't stop heckling. And I don't know what it was about this current, this particular venue. It seemed pretty small. I mean, they barely had a runway ramp. But, like, voices, like, if you wanted to be heard and people were quiet and listening to a promo, you could scream and you could be heard by everybody in the arena. You could be heard at the concession stands, at the fucking merch table, and especially on the microphones that feed audio into the live feed for TBS. So whoever that was, fuck you. You're a piece of shit. There's a difference between fucking, like, you know, like getting heat and just, like, you know, like booing somebody and really just fucking interrupting the fucking show. Shut up. People want to watch the show. I hate shit too, but like let the story fucking play out. You know what I mean? Fuck. Sometimes I hate the fans. God damn. Just shut the fuck up. Like, you know, like thank God they didn't do stupid chants during Moxley's thing and they shut the fuck up and were quiet and let him talk. Jesus. He talks about how, like, he was the one who built the Forbidden Door, and he was the guy who fucking, you know, went out there and made a name for himself and was anti-corporate. He was the one who aligned himself up with the Bucks. Like, he was the one who started all this shit. He was the one that built the Forbidden Door, like, all this shit. Like, you know, he said Brody King had balls coming into AEW and naming himself Brody, but we're not going to change other people's names. Like, what the fuck did he call him? Like Gunn or something, like whatever. He didn't even call him Gunther. He just said like whatever the fuck. God, I feel bad for Walter. But you know, hey, wait, man, like Walter's the man. Basically, he's gonna have a ladder match for the undisputed TNT title, or I guess you could call it a title unification match at a beach break. That should be fucking great because Cody's a madman. He's gonna try and kill himself. Sammy's a madman. He's gonna try and kill himself. So it's gonna be a fucking great match. I could guarantee both of them are gonna get the juice. It's gonna be great. Shabani was backstage with Jade Cargill, opening with the open challenge. Anna Jay accepted. Obviously, they had John Silver speak a lot because you don't want to have Anna Jay talking too much on the mic because she still needs work. You know, she said the whole I wrap barbed wire around my arm to win a match. Like, I will do anything to win. She's gonna lose. I don't know what's going to happen with that match. That match might be rough. I'm really praying to God. This is when I'm praying to God that they have Jay just knock her out in like a minute. Because Anna Jay can't carry a match, yo. Anywho. And then they did that bitch show thing, whatever. Kings of the Black Throne beat the Varsity Blondes. Beat the fucking piss out of them. It was awesome. I called it. I fucking told you that they were setting up that feud with the Varsity Blondes so they could do the whole, like, whatever, and they beat the piss out of them. That is the team, people. That's your new AEW Tag Team Champions. It's gonna fucking happen. They're built to beat Jurassic Express. It's fucking perfect. It's fucking perfect. Like, the tag team division, like, I don't know, man, like, they have so many really good already established tag teams, and, like, I was having a conversation. Oh, Gunner McGillicuddy. Jesus Christ. Yeah, good looks, Royal. What do you call it? I got, like that tag team division, like, I don't know. Yeah, you got to put in those young tag teams because, like, you got to get over, like, the AEW originals. Like, you can't just keep putting the titles on all, like, the indie, tag teams. But, like, let's be honest. The matches are fucking better. The storylines are fucking better. Like, it's going to be awesome. The card for Rampage this week is dope. We're going to go over that later also. But, like, this Rampage, like, this week of AEW, yeah, you know, people don't get that, like, last week is a filler. Like, there technically isn't, I mean, as it stands right now, there really isn't a bad episode of Dynamite. And I'm going to explain what I mean. Like, last week was more of a filler episode. You know what I'm talking about? Like, stuff to kind of set up other stuff. Like, this week of Dynamite was awesome. Next week of Dynamite is going to be fucking great. But you have to have 1 or 2 or maybe even 3 weeks, pushing it, of just setup stuff. Stuff that really isn't, wow. Episodes where you get some people who don't have a lot of TV time, some TV time. Start building up people, start building some on-screen momentum, you know, stuff that's momentum outside of Dark and Elevation. You gotta do that shit. You have to listen. That is the price you pay doing live television every week forever. There is no off-season to pro wrestling. You have to have something new every week nonstop. Like, I can't even imagine like what, like it's easier to do that with a soap opera, which is new every week. There's never repeats on soap operas, but that's because like they'll go and they'll sit and they'll record like 7, 8, 9 episodes in a day. You know what I mean? Like they could bang out an entire year's work of filming in like 6 months. Yeah, exactly. Not every match needs to be an Omega and Okada. Yes, exactly. It doesn't need to be that way. But, fuck. What was I saying? Yeah, like you have to use those episodes to, you know, like to build up those other tag teams. And then like, yeah. I feel like I'm getting interrupted by chat, but like chat is making good points right now. You know, I don't know. I lost my train of thought. Fuck me. Anywho, you know, like, so that's what I was saying. You know, like but like the indie tag teams, like they're just like better. Like there are like young tag teams in AEW, like I could wait on, like, you know, like Private Party, I could wait on, like definitely like Kings of the Black Throne, Proud and Powerful need to get some titles, like, you know, like needs to get a title win. Like I would not mind for Kings of the Black Throne to take the belts off of Jurassic Express, and then Proud and Powerful finally stop. And the shit that they did with Jericho was fucking perfect. It was fucking perfect because it gives me hope that they're going to be doing some good shit. They need to be the ones to, they should be the ones to take the belts off of the Kings of the Black Throne. And then, like, then you have, like, a young tag team take the belts off of Proud and Powerful. You know what I mean? Like, maybe, like, a Private Party or something like that. I don't know. Something. Or, no, even better. Have fucking FTR take the belts off of Proud and Powerful. Because I felt like that feud got interrupted with that really bad arm injury that happened when the guy, like, tore his arm right off in the turnbuckle. I feel like FTR need another title run because they're the best. I think they're one of, if not the best tag team in AEW and on planet Earth. I felt like their title run wasn't in front of fans. It was in COVID, and I feel like they deserve more. And I feel like if anyone should have be the first 2-time tag team champions, it should be either FTR or the Bucks. And the Bucks should be honestly jumping into the to the trios realm sooner rather than later. So it might as well be FTR. And it also gives FTR, and also if I'm right about the whole MJF thing, MJF having the belt, and FTR having the belt would be cool because Pinnacle would have like 3 title belts in there, which would be kind of cool. Pac played a video afterwards saying he's gonna come after Black. I'm assuming he's gonna tag with Penta, because who else is he gonna fucking feud with? And I guess that's setting up Pac again to return and lose. Pac is another person who should challenge Hangman for the title. You know what I mean? Pac versus Hangman match would be awesome. Lance Archer video aired, basically saying that, he's not waiting in line anymore, and he's going to beat the shit out of Hangman Page, and Robert said he's going to bite the dust. Cutler was setting up the, his camera shtick or whatever. Rocky Romero and Trent Beretta walked up. I thought it was kind of cool how Trent was trying to, like, treat Cutler like, like a normal person and not shit on him like the Bucks and Red Dragon do. So I thought that was kind of a cool change of pace. That's kind of how they calmed him into, setting up a match for Rampage. So Roppongi Vice versus the Bucks, Rampage. That's going to be fucking awesome. Just one part of another great card. I don't know how they're going to fit all these awesome matches into an hour show, but I'm excited, bro. I'm super fucking excited. And it's going to be live, so, like, no one's seen this shit yet. So, like, we're all going to get to experience that together. Lance Archer beats Frankie Kazarian. I honestly, like, this match went on too long. I was on a delay, so I used this to catch up. Like, no way Lance Archer should be going that long against Frankie Kazarian. You should just beat the piss out of him at the end. But, like, I guess, like, they wanted to showcase Archer in a match that wasn't a squash match. Like, Archer can wrestle, and so can Kazarian, but still. After the match, Shavade comes out and asked Archer what's going on between him and Lambert. Lambert basically told him to fuck off and told Hangman, basically more like Hangman's not a real cowboy and he's a bitch and all that shit. Archer cut him off and basically was just gonna destroy Kazarian on the ramp on top of the table. I mean, not on top of the table, on top of a chair. Paige comes out, bitch slaps Archer. They trade shots. He hits Archer in the dome with a cowboy boot, which sets him up for the buckshot. Archer stops the buckshot with the fucking choke slam attempt, and basically Paige just hits him with a bunch of forearms, knocks him out of the ring. Yeah. So I mean that's going to be a good match. Archer is great. Hangman is great. It puts a David and Goliath foil for Hangman. It's all textbook booking for a babyface champion. He should be doing this shit. You know what I mean? And for people who don't really watch wrestling and are watching this as a show, it's kind of interesting to see all the different challenges you're throwing at Hangman. We got to remember, me and whoever would be watching this, you're most likely a pretty hardcore wrestling fan. You're watching a lot of shit and you care about it and whatever. But we're gonna view this differently than everybody else. You know what I mean? But in the scope of storytelling, you're making a television program. It makes sense that after Hangman finally accomplishes the big one and beats his greatest nemesis, which was fucking Omega, you set up other kinds of cool nemesises for him. You know what I mean? It's imagine when the Power Rangers went from regular Power Rangers to they went to Power Rangers Zeo and shit, and they just didn't give them anyone else to fight. They were oh, well, you guys are super powered. The end. No, they set up new challenges. That's the way it fucking goes. Dante Martin, Matt Sydal, and Lee Moriarty, I guess they're becoming a group. They're gonna they basically said Team Taz, if you're gonna go after Dante Martin, you gotta come through us, blah blah blah. Ricky Starks and Powerhouse Hobbs said basically Dante should watch his back. I'm telling you, this feud ends with Hook versus Dante Martin. Dante Martin's going to get the upper hand on Team Taz week after week until it's got to be Hook versus Dante Martin. Hook versus Dante Martin opening match for Revolution would be dope. Definitely. Serena Deeb beat Sky Blue. Serena Deeb is fucking awesome. She's awesome enough where I'm just why doesn't she have a title around her waist? I know that I think she was she was the NWA Women's title champion. But yeah, man, I would like to see her go and fight Deonna Purrazzo or somebody like that. Serena Deeb is awesome. She beat the shit out of the uncomfortably attractive Sky Blue. And put her in the Serenity Lock. Awesome match. Awesome. Even the crowd got behind her. Deep. That's some cool shit. I dig it. And you could tell she was digging it too. She heard that shit. Dan Lambert, Men of the Year backstage. Ethan Page challenged Moxley for a match on Rampage. Goddamn, man, Rampage is going to be a great show. Ethan Page versus John Moxley is going to be a good match because those guys could both fucking go. Ethan Page is a monster and John Moxley is going to fucking murder him. It's going to be great. The lineup for AEW Rampage so far. We got Moxley versus Page. Bucks versus Roppongi Vice. Fucking Hook versus Serpentico. That's going to be great. They're booking Hook right. They're just having him beat these low carb motherfuckers left and right. I mean, granted, he's not fighting guys like the wingmen or whatever, but still, he's beating motherfuckers. It's getting there, bro. And TNT Championship, Jade Cargill versus Anna Jay. A video for Hook play. They're calling him the cold-blooded handsome devil. All right, listen, pick one. He's either cold-blooded, he's the handsome devil. Just call him cold. Just call him cold. I don't even know. I don't know. Get the handsome shit out of there. We get it. Call him cold-blooded, cold-hearted, cold something. Get the handsome shit out of here. Lineup for next week for Beach Break. TNT ladder match, Cody versus Guevara. Trios match, Jericho and Santana and Ortiz versus Garcia and 2.0. I'm fucking loving Daniel Garcia. If you guys did not watch Dark this week, watch the promo that Daniel Garcia cut on Dark. It was fucking awesome. Daniel Garcia is to be paid attention to, people. That dude is awesome. He should be a TNT champion sooner rather than later. The guy could be a workhorse. He's getting better on the mic. Him with 2.0 is fucking great. I don't care if they're tag champs, trios champs. One of them's the TNT champ. Awesome shit. Daniel Garcia 2.0. Book it. Money. Awesome. Adam Cole versus Orange Cassidy in the Lights Out match. And Layla Hirsch versus Red Velvet. She's obviously going to tear through that team until she gets to Statlander. I'm curious if she's going to go over Statlander. I mean, that win would put Layla Hirsch definitely in a spot of contendership for, I don't know, somebody's title. I mean, that could put her in contention for the TBS title because I could definitely enjoy seeing Jade Cargill beat the piss out of her. So we'll see what happens. Andrade and the Hardy family office backstage. Hardy has sold 51% of the Hardy family office, but he will still hold the majority of the board seats. Being that there are 5 board seats, it's going to be Hardy and Private Party holding 3 seats, and Andrade and who's this like number 2? What's his name? Julio Hector, something like that, some random generic ass Spanish name, but they hold the other 2 seats. I could see Andrade swaying Private Party over and taking the Hardy family office over and just creating a new stable, and Matt Hardy does stuff with Jeff on the indies, because I think they're fighting in whatchamacallit, they're fighting in the indies, I think at Kings of Wrestling or something like that. But that should free, and then eventually maybe, I don't know, sort of the Hardys come back and have one last run. So I think if this is a way to get Hardy off of television, to start doing some indie shit with his brother, and they could just book themselves and be cool, and then eventually come back and fight the Bucks or somebody for one last ride, I'm cool with that. Because Andrade should have a stable. I think he would be good with a stable. He would probably use it the same way that Matt Hardy's using it, but maybe a little bit more higher profile. So, I'm all for it. And now they're called as the AHFO. I can't wait until someone figures out something funnier with that. Fuck off, Doom. It's not lighting off of my bald head. There's not even any shimmer. And if so, you're being blinded by the light of my greatness, motherfucker. Anywho, I like to... I like how he's looking for that little boy who runs with Stink. I love it. I love that he calls him Stink. I love how he calls Darby a little boy and he's trying to fucking buy him. That's the funniest shit I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. And a match between Darby and Andrade would be awesome. If that's a match that ends up being at Revolution, that card's going to be dope. So let's think about this card potentially. Kings of the Black Throne versus Jurassic Express. Cole versus Hangman. Wardlow versus MJF. Maybe like Moxley versus Danielson. That would be kind of cool. And Darby versus Andrade. Darby Allin and Sting, they defeated the Acclaimed. The Acclaimed's rap was awesome. I couldn't hear too much of the end because Anthony Bowens was yelling directly into the fucking mic, and it was overcoming the mic audio that they had. You could tell that they wanted to keep crowd audio so they could broadcast their reactions. But Anthony Bowens was just fucking screaming his goddamn head off, and I couldn't hear everything. But the 3/4 of the rap I heard was great. They attacked during Sting's entrance. They fucking Pillmanized Darby's neck. He was basically out for a while. Sting had to do the match 2-on-1. It was fucking awesome. Anthony Bowens is the fucking shit. He's awesome. I love that dude. The Acclaim are a great tag team. They're probably going to get a title shot sooner rather than later. Maybe even Sting and Darby Allin are going to get a title shot eventually because these motherfuckers as a tag team haven't lost. Eventually, what are you going to do with that? Are they going to challenge for the tag titles or what? Darby finally came back by I guess that, Darby's new thing is launching himself like a cannonball off camera into some unsuspecting motherfucker. He did it again. He launched himself off the stage, almost killed Anthony Bowens. Came back in. They did the 2-on-1. Sting jumped off the stage and landed on Max Caster very awkwardly onto the table. He was kind of like hunched over the table, so like he couldn't really like, he wasn't laying on the table, you know? He just like dove right on top of him. And, but he was like hunched over it. It was weird, but whatever. Darby ended up getting the coffin drop and won the match. I'm telling you, it was pretty solid, man. It was a great show. I liked it. Next week's fucking AEW lineup is gonna be fucking awesome. Well, actually, this week's Rampage is gonna be great. Next week's Dynamite is gonna be great. We might get fucking Johnny Gargano. Oh, that might be all. Oh God, please. I want that to happen. Maybe I might do a show like after Rampage. Because, like, it's not taped, it's live. Maybe I'll only do shows after Rampage if Rampage is live. But if Rampage is taped because they taped it after Dynamite, like, I'm not going to do a live show for that. But, like, the Rampage lineup is pretty fucking awesome. Like, I want to talk about it. So, I think, like, Friday night, I'm going to do a show. And we're going to review Rampage. Like, a quick one. Because it's only an hour long. So, it's not going to be as long of a show as it is right now. And then Dynamite next week's going to be a banger. Oh, God, I hope Johnny Gargano shows up. But, yeah, man, that was a show. That was pretty much it. And that was, like, the stuff that, this week in wrestling that I thought was, worth talking about. But, so Friday night, Rampage after show. Going to be quick. So, like, I would log on, like, when the show starts. Because I'm not going to be on long. Because it'll probably take me like a half hour to review like an hour show, unless it's going to be as noteworthy as I think it's going to be, or unless some crazy fucking shit happens in the world of wrestling between now and then, which nowadays it feels like it. Christ. Didn't the Acclaim have a line about like gory mutilations? That's some funny shit. Yeah, that whole Vince line about like the self-mutilation, that's just fucking dumb, man. Like I don't even know why that's even the stuff that comes out of Vince's mouth, like honestly shouldn't even be newsworthy anymore. It's obviously the ramblings of a psychotic fucking old fart that's just honestly as he's gone past his expiration date, dude. I'm sorry. It just has. But whatever. Thank you guys for tuning in. Fun show tonight as always. Thanks for the participation in the chat. Royal, what's good, buddy? I haven't seen you in a minute. We definitely, you definitely got to run through to the crib, for Revolution. It's gonna be great. Doom. Fuck you, bro. I'm just fucking with you. So anyway, yeah, great show. Thanks everyone for tuning in. I'll be back on Friday night for Rampage. Spread the word, tell your friends, obviously. Best time to know when I'm actually going to be broadcasting is by subscribing. To be quite honest, that's the only reason why I need you guys to subscribe. I'm not in it for any money, so like I don't really fucking care. I'm not here to make money off of this. I'm just like doing it. It's fun. In regards to Friday, just want to try and give you guys a little bit more of an accurate time. Just give me a moment. Oh yeah, we'll be on 11:15. About this time, this time right now, Friday, 11:15. About 15 minutes after Rampage, I'll be on. So tell your friends. All right, it's gonna be a fun show. Thank you everyone for tuning in, and that's it, man. You guys take care.